Gussin around. Your friendly neighborhood Gusses are Gussin around. Your favorite neighborhood Gusses, where are they found? In the studio making a podcast for you. Find out what we did this week. Was it fun or was it kinda bleak? You won't know unless you listen to the podcast. Find out what we talking about. Is it good or is it kinda not? You won't know unless you listen to us.
Gus!
Hello, Mother Gusses. I can't do it. I'm
You
sorry,
did
I
it.
can't do it. I'm not
You
doing
went
it. I don't
for it.
want to.
Yes.
In the moment, I was still coming up with it. Like I was still deciding in the moment.
Before we started, I'm like, are you going to go with Mother Gus's? And Shan said, I definitely am not going to do that.
I was gonna do.
Then you panicked.
I did
You
panic.
panic Mother Gus.
I did. I was gonna say, hop on the Gus bus. And
No.
I just was like, yeah. I pivoted in the moment. You can see if you go back how pained my expression is. You can see the exact pinpoint the exact second when my heart rips in half, and I'm like, damn it, we don't have better.
Yep.
It's your name. Again, legally, it is not mine. It's your weird name that we've now like.
You didn't have to make it weird.
No, they did when we announced Gussing Around for the first time on the podcast. Chappelle said, "Gussing Around, that's how the baby was made," and I was like, "Oh, we've made a huge mistake, and we've already got artwork and a theme song."
Yeah, but it's not a weird name.
It is if you make it, and we have.
Look,
I never introduced you.
I don't know what to. Yeah, surprise! It's Barack Obama.
I never introduced myself.
What do you mean?
I'm Shannon. You're Peter. What if it's a new person who just found us on YouTube?
They're coming in episode 8.
Yeah, for the first time. You never know.
That would be crazy. If you're that person,
You
we'd love to hear from you.
You don't think we're getting any new listeners? Everyone has to start at the beginning of the journey.
We're dropping like listenership like flies.
No. I'm not even saying dropping. I'm just saying you don't think anyone's just joining. I guess that's probably true.
I don't think they're starting from episode 8.
Yeah, that would be a really random place to start. If you started from episode 8, you should go back because we have a lot of good stuff. This was not where we intended to be. How are you?
But I'm good, thanks. How are you? Wow, it's a short podcast, so let's wrap it up.
It's been a long week. It's Wednesday, Lemon. Yeah, it's been a long week. Basically, I mean, Peter can tell the story.
Yeah, I got stuck in Melbourne. My flight was cancelled. Well, it was one of those ones where it's like delayed, cancelled. So you kind of it's not going anywhere, but you like can't leave because you're like, what if it's not cancelled? And then it was cancelled. So I was at the airport for 4 hours for a 1 hour flight, which is frustrating. But then the line to, when you don't live in the state, they organize accommodation for you. And I was in that line for just over 2 hours. And I was one of the first ones in line when I lined up because there was already 2 other flights cancelled before mine.
Then how were you one of the first?
So the reason I was one of the first in line was because we got a text message that said like your flight is now delayed till 9:20 p.m. because of an incoming aircraft. So I went to the arrivals board and I saw that there was only one plane that was delayed, and it was delayed all the way out to 9:40. And I'm like, the math ain't mathin', because if it's at 9:40 and it's an hour and a half flight, it's going to land at 11:10. And Sydney has a curfew where planes can't land after 11 p.m. and they automatically get cancelled. So I'm like, 9:20 we make it, 9:40 we don't. So then I went up to one of the staff members and I'm like, is it 9:20 or is it 9:40? Because otherwise this flight's cancelled. And she just looked at me and she's like, I'm not going to lie to you, your flight's definitely going to be cancelled. And I'm like, okay. And I had to walk because I'd already put my luggage through, so I had to re-get my baggage, my checked baggage. And, I was just waiting around the service area because there was already 2 planes worth of cancellations before ours was cancelled before I could jump in. But yeah, so it was a long 2 hour wait, and I made friends with all the people in the line.
Who wants that in line?
I mean,
who wants to be chatting to you? No offense. No,
everyone.
That's not how I meant. Who wants to be chatting to a random guy?
I was not often the initiator, but things kept happening. Like wherever I was in the line, people kept cutting past me to go through, but it didn't matter where I was in the line, and everyone would start laughing because it just kept happening over and over again. So then I was talking out loud. I was like, I can't believe this keeps happening. And it just invites conversation.
There's nothing that bonds people better than, I mean, the first one is definitely like airport and grievances.
Yeah.
And then the second, yeah, and then cutting. Oh my God. No wonder you made best friends. It's like, we need nothing else in common other than how much we hate our lives right now.
Yeah. Well, everyone was, upset. And then we finally got to the front of the line and it was like, I'm like, okay, great. I get to stay at the Novotel, which is the hotel airport.
I was like, do you have a bath? Is it? And Peter was like, I'm here for 6 hours. And no.
I walked to the Novotel. It's like 100 meters away. And once I got there, because everyone was getting the same accommodation, I then had to line up at the Novotel for another over an hour because there was only 2 people on the desk there. And there was a massive line. So once you finished like the first line, it was like purgatory. And then we got to hell.
Did you make more friends in the Novotel line?
I did actually.
About what? What did you bond over? The lack of bar?
No, it was just like the experience. Another lady had told me she had all these good runs of flights lately. She was from Canada. And then she was like, oh, well, I was bound to have a bad run. And she got there.
Her specifically.
Yeah. Look, we trauma bonded.
We had a good run in America.
Yeah, that's what I told her. We trauma bonded, and the whole like process was just under 4 hours of line. But I'd already been at the airport for nearly 2 hours, just under 2 hours. So it was like a 6+ hour.
No, then you stayed at the. What do you mean? You stayed
well,
at
then
the
obviously
Novotel,
I had to stay at the Novotel.
and then the next morning you were delayed. It took you as long to get home from Melbourne, which is an hour away, as it took us to get home from San Francisco. You were like, I was actually kind of hoping you were further delayed so that it would be longer. I was like, now you're kind of slightly less to San Francisco flight. That's not a good story.
Yeah, I was delayed the next morning as well, which was pretty funny.
But you're burying the context, which is that it's because you were on. Am I allowed to comment on Jetstar publicly? Let's just
too late now.
Let's just call them J-Star. No, that's too obvious. Let's say they call them Jet S. For the American listeners that we have, you guys would have this too. There are like budget airlines, and then there are like proper airlines that carry
They're
people.
all as bad as each other.
They're not.
They're very similar.
They're not.
They are.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not.
You're simply wrong. Because I used to fly to Melbourne for Talking Tribal every week.
Yeah.
And I lived the high life. I was on Qantas is too obvious. Let's just call it Q.
At what time of the day were you flying?
It's not about that. I mean, different times. Sometimes I'd go early morning. I'd go the night before.
Tell me the times, because it does matter. If I'm leaving and my flight's delayed all the way out to 9:20, which is right before curfew, there's no other option. You can't then be rescheduled on the same day. True. When you're leaving in the morning and you get cancelled, they put you on a flight on the same day. It wouldn't matter what airline.
There are more flights that go with Qantas, and you can. This is how I used to travel. I was living the high life. Now, the high life would have been if they filmed Talking Tribal at Channel 10 in Sydney, which is 10 minutes from my house. Instead, actually, when I lived in Melbourne, they filmed Talking Tribal in Sydney. That was annoying. And then it was COVID. And then I moved back to Sydney. I was like, that's so convenient. I'm like, I'm going to live right by the studio now. And they were like, we're going to do it in Melbourne. And I was like, are you doing this as a bit? Are you trying to see my commitment? Because I'm very committed, too committed to this. But we would firstly just like Wi-Fi on the plane. And you get to the airport and you're like, my flight's technically in like an hour and a half. Can I get on an earlier flight? And they're like, yeah. And we would just go whenever. It was just like, that's what makes Melbourne feel close. So you can go out for the day and it feels super close. But the unfortunate thing about being bi-coastal, as we have always been from Melbourne and Sydney, is that like sometimes Melbourne's an hour away and things are super convenient. And sometimes it's further than San Francisco.
Yeah, sometimes it's 15 hours away.
My nightmare was a couple of years ago. I remember it well because it was the day before the Survivor 43 finale. And I was trying to get to Melbourne and you were already there. And it was not the last, it wasn't late. It wasn't 9 at night. This is what I'm saying. It was, again, J-Star. And they were like, your flight's cancelled. You can't get there tonight. They were like, you can go to Melbourne tomorrow. I was like, it's the Survivor 43 finale. They were like, what? And then they were like, or you can go to Avalon tonight. Now, Avalon is like 2 hours outside of Melbourne. I was like, well, that's simply not my destination. And they were like, those are your options. I'm like, those are two like really bad options. And then I went to Avalon and Peter and his mom drove like a 4-hour round trip to pick me up. and Peter's mom brought me a canister of hot chocolate. It was really sweet. It was quite an ordeal. But my point is, it's just like, I'm like, why am I in Avalon right now? How did my night get here? And that is flying budget.
Did you enjoy the 43 finale? Was it worth it?
Yeah, well, and then that was the joke, right? Because the whole point was like, why we could have skipped this. But then, actually, I shouldn't say that. I met the lovely Gabler at the event in San Francisco, and he couldn't have been more lovely to me. I was like, no one tell Gabler things I've said about his game. We sent a photo to George, who's a mutual friend. Then that was backstage. And at the after party, he came up to me and was like, I specifically want to introduce my wife to you. It was so nice.
She added you on Facebook.
No,
she?
No, they both followed me on Instagram. Then I followed back, and then Gabler messaged me the photo that we took and then an alligator emoji. The point is that I got there for his finale, and I've always been really positive about his win. But yeah, the budget airlines, we've already done the long distance episode, but like we were uni students in a 5-year long distance relationship doing the budget airlines price beating on Jetstar, not buying luggage, wearing all our clothes. Like I've definitely been on a flight at 6 a.m. I remember the randoms I bumped into who went to my school. I was wearing all my clothes.
The price beating Jetstar guarantee was great.
No, it wasn't. Because it stuck us with Jetstar.
No, it made it.
Now Jetstar can come for us, by the way.
It was great, like at first, and then it progressively got harder and harder to price beat. They were like so flexible. Do you remember there was like a phone number originally when you could call, and you called and you were like, "Yeah, this is a flight," and they're like, "Yeah, cool, we match it," and then it became just like no phone number. I think I still have it saved in my contacts
because it became.
And then it was like online, and then they made it like really circumstantial ways to price beat, and then I think now they've removed the price beat or something. I don't know.
I mean, we don't price beat.
Well, the airline, all the other airlines went bust.
Yeah, and there's
that we compared to
cheaper airline for them to price beat. That we loved another one. We'll call it RX. Actually, that one's fine. Rex is because we're saying positive things. They were a regional carrier, and they were doing domestic after COVID, and it was like those were the good days because it was like affordable.
Was amazing.
But they're not paying us for this. And then I was like,
they went bust.
Yeah, exactly. They couldn't.
They're definitely not paying us.
No one was on the flights. We got such good service. I'm like, well, they really treat you like human beings on this flight.
Do you remember when I caught a flight to Sydney on Rex, like full-size airplane, and there was 7 people on board?
Yeah, I've said for a long time this is not financially sustainable, and then they went under.
Yeah.
And now, and because of that,
all 6 people sat in the first 2 rows. And then I went and walked all the way down to like row like 28. And sat by myself. I'm like, why do I want to sit with them? And then the air hostess had to do like a 1-person show to show me how to be safe. And usually I put my earphones in so I don't need to watch it, but I had to like really focus. I think I clapped.
Yeah. Oh, that's awful.
I had to clap. It was a 1-person show.
The sad thing is that when that went under, it just took away all our options because like after the Avalon thing happened, I was like, I will never fly Jetstar and J-Star again. And I've said 1,000,000 times. And then now I've just had to go back with my tail between my legs. 16 hours from Melbourne for you. I promised the cats that you would come home that night. They were very confused about why you didn't. I tried to explain it wasn't your fault. I know. And it was so upsetting because from my perspective, me, the real victim in this.
You can't do the cat litter?
I can't do the cat litter. My mom has to come do the cat litter. She's the real victim.
Yeah, she has to come at
she loves
11
coming
p.m.
to see the cats.
So go do the cat litter.
Actually, what happened was I was sick, as recorded last week. And so I didn't leave the house for 5 days. That wasn't good for my mental health. It annoys me that you know what they say about like going outside being good for your mental health. And like, that's right. But it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why is it better for your mental health? It matters so much. Like, it's very evident.
Like, did you leave the house today?
Yes.
And how did you feel?
Day. I felt pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I didn't go outside today.
And do you feel bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel really bad. Well, not like really bad, but just like I feel like I would have been better if I'd gone out.
Yeah, I had lunch today. Then I went to the store after. Like I've lived my life. But wait, so why is that though? Why does it make us feel better or worse? Because I love my apartment, so I don't want it to be true that leaving my apartment is better. This is where my cats are.
The fresh air.
Why does that matter to me? I don't care about fresh air.
Just moving the endorphins.
I hate that.
You hate endorphins.
I hate moving.
I know you do.
Yeah. So why would
it still releases endorphins whether you like it or not?
It really annoys me that I found like during COVID when I was in a really bad place during COVID. Like, and I wouldn't go outside. And then when I did, I'd be like, this is helping.
Yeah, you used to go to
Why?
the park with your cousins and you loved it.
I mean,
Else
yeah.
you'd talk about it for the entire week.
There was nothing else going on. It was COVID. Like, it wasn't, yeah,
Yeah,
were
no,
highlights.
literally,
It
that was a highlight of your week.
But anyway, for me, as the real victim, as I was saying, was that I was sick, so I didn't go outside for 5 days. My mom would run in to do the cat litter, but she couldn't stay because I was sick. I didn't want to make her sick. You left like a day and a half into that, so I was completely
I had
alone.
a wedding to go to.
I'm not blaming you.
You said you left.
You did.
I did. I know I did. But actually, I did want to go. You were sick. I'm not gonna lie. You were coughing. It was waking me up at night time. I was not having a good time.
It's true. I'm like,
I was very
this
pleased.
is actually a good time for you to leave, but it depressed me. And then you were gone for then so much longer, and I was just feeling really. I
wasn't even delayed. I just didn't want to come back to you coughing.
You're in the Novotel without your bar, being like,
I canceled
I
my
was
flight.
Better by then. I was better by then. But yeah, like I felt really lonely. I'm like, this is so pathetic. Me waiting on a man. I mean, I had the cats, and the cats were amazing, and you know what? The baby was so nice.
Wasn't kicking you?
A lot was kicking me.
Oh,
but I was
to make sure you were there. Like,
no, I was appreciating it because I mean, I love the baby kicks because then I know the baby's okay. But I am like, ow, but then I was like kind of sad and lonely for these last few days. And sometimes I'd just be like sitting by myself, sad, and then the baby would kick me, and I'd say like, oh, like look at us together, look at the 4 of us girls just hanging out without you. And I was like, this is such a strange way for this relationship to begin.
It's like physical in a bad way.
Well, it's very strange to have a relationship with something where the only
communication
that you have is them kicking you from the inside. Yeah, that's very, very specific.
That is really specific.
Yeah, but it's nice when
I'm like that.
I'm like, I'm kind of down, and baby's like kicking me.
Just like you said, don't kick me when I'm down, but now it's
exactly.
kick you
but
when
it's
you're down?
Flipped. Yeah. And and obviously my cats who are my lifeline. But anyway, so I was down, then I went outside, and then that solved a lot of the problems. But and then you came home, that was good too.
Thanks.
Yeah, those were the 2 things for me. That was going outside into the world. It's good. It's good.
Didn't you go? You did leave. You went to a baby.
Oh yeah, well, my first day out of my self-imposed prison, I went with my mom to a baby expo.
How was that?
It was good. I learned a lot. I feel like
you should have told me more about this before the podcast.
I know. I was like, Peter, on the podcast, we can talk about all we have to do for the baby. Peter's like, I don't even know what that is yet. I'm like, yeah, it's good opportunity for me to update you. You're like, why don't I do that anyway?
But yeah, why didn't you? Why did you wait to the podcast to tell me about it?
Why don't you ask?
I did ask.
What do you think we have to do for the baby before the baby arrives? That's probably a better question.
Step 1, have baby. No, I definitely know we need a chest of drawers.
I don't. Do we?
You've mentioned it a lot of times.
I'm thinking I might just clean up my cupboard.
You can't wait. Well, yes. Firstly.
Yes, on my list.
But secondly, the only thing you've mentioned is this just chest of drawers, so you can't go back on it now.
We need space for the baby.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll probably remove this couch.
I know, it's so upsetting. You love this couch.
I do love this couch.
Yeah. I don't know if we will. It's actually like a good place to sit. I think we could cram the baby in between here and in front of the couch.
We probably could.
Okay, great. So we agree. The baby will be crammed.
We can push this back, but then you won't be able to like lean back. Not that we lean back very much.
Okay, this actually isn't good. This is actually too specific. Like when I talked about what we need to do with the baby, whether we should push the couch back was not what I was thinking of. Well,
how far should we push it back?
We
the intricacies of couch pushing.
If we can't put it forward, then I worry that the cats will get stuck. Anyway, this is not. I don't want the cats to get stuck under the couch.
Can you tell me where this was leading?
Yes, I had some panic a couple weeks ago. I thought, oh my God, we have to get stuff ready for the baby, and then a voice in my head was like, "Do it after your trip."
That was the baby. I was telling you, don't worry.
I was like, that's usually I'm not so calm. No, but then I went on the trip, and I was like, okay, cool.
How often do you hear voices?
Do you not?
What? No.
Internal monologue.
Yeah, I can talk to myself. That's the monologue part, but it's not someone else's voice.
No, I'm going back and forth. But so anyway, so I told myself just wait until after the trip.
But I'm not arguing with myself in my internal monologue.
That's nice for you.
What?
I'm not arguing with myself. I agreed. I was like, hey, after the trip. I don't think it's not like a discussion. It was like, should I do stuff for the baby. And then I said, wait till after the trip. And then I agreed, okay. And then the day we got home, that voice was like, I've been waiting for you. And I like do everything I need to do. Because like sometimes it hits me. It's like there's gonna be a child here in like a very short amount of time.
The baby or an additional child?
Yeah, there's gonna be yes. We and
Yes.
so
Both.
anyway, so I have a list of things I need to do.
Okay.
Things like organizing my maternity leave, things like cleaning out my cupboard and cleaning and getting the apartment ready and buying stuff for the baby and organizing my diabetes test. Anyway, whatever. I've got a long like list of things to do. However, we went to the baby expo. I went with my mom to the baby expo, and that was good because I realized something that I get great satisfaction out of is like tackling a project.
Okay.
Like when we got married, like I didn't have a wedding planner. Like I did a lot of research.
You did.
And I tackled that project.
And you smashed it. It was a great
Thank
wedding.
you. I agree. And for a while I was like, should I wedding plan? Then I was like, no, I wouldn't care about this if it wasn't my wedding. But I was proud of what I created. And every time we go on a trip, I think I researched the hell out of this and it was good. Other than our honeymoon, in which case I actually that was like a bad part of wedding planning.
Are you going to say this was what you did?
It was funny because the wedding was planned so well and the holiday was always planned so well. So you would think the holiday for the wedding would be great, but like the mixture of those two things was too much. But other than that,
it wasn't. That was just circumstantial.
No, it wasn't planned well. It wasn't a good choice. Anyway, I think about it all the time.
Okay.
Believe me, I ruminate on my failures. But
you didn't. It wasn't you, but
it was. What do you mean? It
wasn't your fault, Fiji.
I chose it.
That's true. It was your fault.
Yeah, it was my fault, but it's fine. Well, I guess it's fine. It will haunt me. Everything I've ever done wrong haunts me constantly. But the
so haunts you or like talks to you in a different voice.
Both things. The small stuff, the big stuff, it's fine. Yes, well, we're talking about the baby expo. So then I realized that the baby expo was like, this is just a project to tackle. So, you know, like we got a pram, but I felt really good about it because I was on Reddit, like comparing prams.
When you called me to tell me about the pram, there was a long conversation. You knew everything about the prams.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I haven't done any pram research, so I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Hopefully the pram is a good pram.
You go, girl.
Thank you, because when I walked into that, I was like, this is so overwhelming. I didn't even know where to begin. And then like 10 minutes later, I was like, that one's heavier, but this one's more cumbersome.
You're like, this one detaches and can go into your car. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, and it was like, well, then it was like, do you want this one with the 2 kid capabilities? And I was like, really? I'm like planning for my second child right now. I kind of want to just have this one, right, for now. And then, you know, but like, then you're in that, but 20 minutes later.
You've committed to a second child because of the pram.
Well, yeah.
That was an expensive upsell.
$200. I'm like, well, in for a penny.
They were like, wow.
Yeah, now it would be foolish not to, I think, once we have those capabilities. So just letting you know. But I felt like this is, you know, most of my planning is just price comparing and being on Reddit forums. And I think that works. And I'm proud of how I'm going. I'm just going to keep doing that.
So was it just the pram?
Yeah, we just got the that's
no, it's in like the pram is a great thing, but like you haven't told me anything about the expo. Was there more? I assume it's not a pram expo. It says baby expo.
Of prams. It was a lot of prams. I mean, there was other stuff that like we like clothes and stuff that like I wasn't focusing on because I was like, you know, we already have a lot of novelty items. I was like, the baby has like no practical items and like all the very sweet gifts we were given. The baby has
things.
A lot of merch.
And you knitted blanket over the weekends.
Yeah, that's from like Peter's grandpa's colleague. So beautiful. But like the baby has a lot of sentimental items and like novelty items. I was like, the baby needs to be alive. And I was like, once we got the pram, I was like, the baby can live now because we could technically walk home from the hospital and the pram has a bassinet.
Oh, yeah, so, we could walk home.
Like where the baby
close.
actually now can live.
You can't walk.
I could
we
thought
could
about
just leave
this.
You there. You could go in the pram.
I could go in the car.
Oh wait.
I could be driven home and you could pram the baby home. I already thought about this already. I was like, the baby can live. The baby can be walked home from the hospital and asleep in the pram.
Jeez, if you think a baby's going to be born and immediately just like get in the pram and sleep on the way home, that'd be
that is the hope. It's a really comfortable bassinet. It looks more comfortable. It was one
How
of the
did it feel when you sat in it?
I didn't send the pram people.
Oh, you didn't test it?
No. Even though you would think that would be something that I would like. to be prammed around because I hate moving.
Yeah, you're like when you want to go outside, it's just me pushing you in the pram and having to hold the kid.
Yeah.
I guess that's what a wheelchair is.
Well, I don't think I can go in the bassinet. But anyway,
That was less fun when it's a wheelchair and not a pram.
I feel really good about the fact that I did something.
You did awesome.
Thank you. And
But was it just the pram?
No, I got a lot of information.
Okay, great. Tell me.
No, there was other stuff, but it was just like the deals weren't as good. So it
For
was
what practical things are you talking
like a
about?
bouncer where I was like, this is good.
All right,
It's
so
not,
like
on a
what? The
registry
security
or
guard
anything.
stands out the front of the door, stops people from coming in.
That's you. That's your
That's the
daughter.
bouncer.
That's what you're doing, yeah. And just like stuff for like I mean the car seat thing wasn't there, which was annoying. And at a point I'd
We
walk
got to get a
around the
new
expo
car.
so
You can
many
do that
times.
research
yeah,
too.
well no, the car's on you.
Why is it on you? That feels like
You're
a gender
a
thing.
man. Yeah. The fact that you were like, I just said the quiet part out loud. Some things are not for me. Like I truly
I think that's a
don't
you
care.
thing, not a gender
I
thing.
really don't care.
What if our daughter likes cars?
Ugh, that would be. She can. I mean, if she wants to, but I'm not going to encourage it.
Well, what will you know? Actually, this is a good segue, I guess. We had a question.
Yes, I have it
a
here.
very good question.
Okay, wait. This was meant to be a Q&A, and I'll explain why it's not.
Okay.
I thought it was like we have questions. I didn't put out a question thread, but I'm like I'd rather just kind of chat and then, like answer some questions
Every
and just,
episode.
Yeah, just do that.
We'll do some.
rather than.
So who have we got? Because
Well, I'm just gonna do one.
Just one. All right.
Felipe, who got our daughter some of the aforementioned merch.
Felipe is the best.
Yeah, he said, "What are each of your top 4 movies that are you are most excited to introduce your child to?"
So, firstly, 4 things is a random number. It's not 3 and it's not 5. So that's a bit strange.
What an insight.
But 4, it's not quite 3 and it's not quite 5. No, 4 things was a weird number to say. And then
excellent analysis.
and then, it doesn't have to be movies,
feel like you're
right?
giddy because you're still exhausted from the journey.
I am exhausted, but it's and it's late at night.
It's been a day.
It's like past 11 o'clock.
Why are you jet lagged from Melbourne?
Four just things in general, Shan, not limited to movies. Like 4 types of things that you're interested to introduce. Wow,
I'm not saying it's 4. It's a random number. It's not quite 5. It's not really 3.
But I just said that. Why is it fine when you say that?
I'm making fun of you.
Oh, okay. That's it the other way around. I was quoting The Simpsons.
What were you quoting?
Do you know the episodes where Marge is learning how to bowl, and the bowling guy is like explaining things, and he's like, "It's not quite this. It's not quite that."
I actually don't know what you mean, and that makes me think it's not a quote.
That's fine.
Because I feel like I would. I mean, if you are out,
it seems like pretty specific memory.
Simpsons is a great place to start, by the way. Great.
You would
segue.
introduce that feels like not something you want to introduce a younger child to.
Not a young. When my child is age appropriate, my child will watch.
What's
The
age
Simpsons,
appropriate?
And I will watch it with her, and I'm excited about it.
What's age appropriate, and how much of The Simpsons?
All of it.
All of it?
No, until it gets bad. You know, I don't know when that is. Everything I've seen, I'll watch again. I'm really excited about it. Most of what I want to. If Felipe asks, "Is anything you're excited to watch to show your child?" I'm like, "This is why I'm having a child. I want to re-experience my childhood." Because we've had this conversation, right, about screen time, which is I haven't looked into it. Okay, I haven't done the Reddit threads.
We haven't really had a deep conversation about it. We just briefly mentioned it.
Yeah, it's a controversial thing. I said my screen time was like foundational to who I am as a human being.
And my screen time was limited.
Yeah, and am I funnier than you now?
Probably not.
No. But I would be so much less funny without The Simpsons. Like The Simpsons.
Yeah, I mean, you just quote things.
It's not
steal
just the
it
quoting.
as your own, and then make it a joke. Whereas mine is creative humor.
It's not just the quoting. Like The Simpsons.
It's a lot of quoting.
I quoted in this podcast, but the Simpsons.
And I quoted them.
Did you?
I don't know. Maybe I will find out. I didn't have as much screen time as you.
After. I don't know what you're talking about. Like again, maybe I'm gonna feel bad if I'm wrong. This is why I need the rewatch. But actually, this is a great question from Felipe because Felipe has his own podcast that I was on about the media that shapes you, and we talked a lot about all through my life of all the media that shaped me, and also like how important it was to my like relationship with my brother.
Yeah.
Actually, my relationship with everyone, my brother especially, like every bar bat mitzvah, the two weddings, the speeches were like, we have our own language. It's basically Simpsons quotes / now quotes from everything.
Yeah.
And like the Simpsons especially, I do think a quote machine, right? Like I don't know how you don't live with this without the Simpsons quotes. Also, I think really informed a lot of my humor. And also then you spot another Simpsons fan a mile away. Fast Friends. Community.
What about
And
Friends?
also the show Community. And the show Friends. See, this is no, but that's a lot older. I'm like, when my child is like a teenager.
No, okay.
In 15 years, what
baby,
year will it be? 2000 and
we're talking
40. My child's not gonna want to watch a
it's big
50-year-old
early
show.
formative years
Yeah.
outside Simpsons, which I think I may have lured you into accidentally.
No, I was
What are
already
your-
thinking about it. I
Oh,
really
were
want
you?
my kid to
Okay.
watch this.
What are your other 4 things?
I'm not doing
What are
four
your other
things.
3? Sorry, you've done 1.
I'm not doing 3.
Okay, just tell me the things.
I was saying, well, okay, I've got a few. Disney
I
is
hope it's 3.
Disney is a big one.
Yeah.
Well,
You stole that from me.
here's my question to you though.
Okay, fine.
Does my kid just want to watch like nostalgic millennial pop culture? Like, does my kid want to watch just like a bunch of stuff from like the 80s and 90s? Like, I was born into like
No.
the Disney Renaissance.
Yeah.
Does my kid, and like, I'm happy to go to Frozen, Moana. I don't want to do the live actions. Don't want to.
Okay, firstly, don't just like yada yada over Moana. Secondly, you are allowed to suggest the things to the kid. You're gonna like force it upon the kid.
I kind of want to force.
No, it's gonna be her choice.
I don't.
She might not like your things.
I don't know. That's a hard one to reconcile.
Yeah,
After
she
the
might be
pram
like,
I got her,
she might be
and
like,
the kicking relationship that we have, she's gonna be into it.
maybe
I can tell.
she'll hate Hamilton,
I've been playing her Hamilton.
and maybe she'll hate Taylor Swift.
No,
What do you mean?
that's one of
It's
the
not your
only modern
choice.
things I'm giving her. Everything else is like pre-2000.
But she might hate all of that.
My concern is
You were going to make her a weird kid because none of the other kids are listening to this stuff.
no, they're listening to Taylor Swift. I don't know that they're huge Hamilton fans, but she will be. But my concern is I love a lot of things for kids. Like my taste is that of a 3-year-old. It would be so annoying if she liked different things to me. Now I'm
That
happy
would be
to
annoying.
be introduced to Bluey because I hear great things. But like I don't want a kid who's into like the Wiggles and Peppa Pig and stuff. Like watch Disney so I can watch it with you. It's very good. It's really good quality stuff. I mean, I don't know Peppa Pig like that, but like
No, Peppa Pig's not good. Bluey's good.
yeah, I'm excited about Bluey.
I've watched a couple episodes.
Yeah, we did watch them, even though we don't have a child.
I watched one with some mates. We watched the cricket episode.
I think I was a mate.
Were
I
you
think
there?
I think I was there.
And
yeah.
then we watched another one about chess. You weren't there for that.
Okay,
Just
And-
randomly. There was no kids around.
I would like to force my child to like the things I like because my taste is perfect. End scene.
Okay. That's I'm much more let the child decide, but
You
we'll
say that and then we're
guide
watching Peppa Pig.
we'll guide some things, but like mostly up to the just
No,
like
what does
foster
the child
child's
know? I've
love
developed
of
my
things.
taste over decades,
And
and,
if the-
now a little child's
What
gonna
if
come
the
tell
child likes stamps,
me. Not stamps again.
rocks,
No.
dinosaurs?
Did you want to give one of your 4 things? And don't say those 3 things you just said.
Yeah, stamps, rocks, dinosaurs,
That's
and
not-
coins.
None of those
4.
are movies. Do you have actually anything decent to show the child?
Yeah, Moana.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, she may or may not like Pokemon. You kind of like, it's not for everyone.
I
And
used to
then-
like Pokemon. When
Yeah,
I
I
was a
think
kid,
I think
liked
like I think that's probably going to be like a good choice.
Is there new Pokemon or is it again like all old nostalgic millennial core?
No, there's a mix. You have to go back to the beginning at times.
This child is going to be stuck in the 1990s
Yeah,
and
that's
prior.
why I said you just let them do their own thing.
I think
I
our
think
90s child
I
sounds
think
awesome. To be honest.
Disney, no, but they got to have friends. I think Disney,
Why? I'll
Pokemon,
be her friend.
cats.
Yeah, obviously
I hope-
cats.
I
That's a
hope
big
she
one.
loves
But I
cats.
would give anything for her to love the cats. It's
What
my
if she's
main-
allergic to cats?
Do not. Why?
What?
She won't be. She's more likely not to be because she'll grow up with the cats, right?
I don't know. That doesn't
We have no
seem like
cat
that will work.
allergy in our genes. Why would you even put that in the universe? Why would you do that? Don't do that.
I'm
Don't
not
say
so-
that.
Fine.
How dare you? Liza's right there looking at you all like, but don't even say that.
She's about to knock my microphone, maybe.
Yeah, I
What
would
are you
too.
doing? Do you want me to move this? What are you doing? Come here.
Why
Nope.
did you throw me because that was such a terrible take?
That- What's it? Okay.
Yeah.
What about an outdoor activity? I think
No, we hate
getting
outdoor.
her into like basketball or something would be cool.
I
Tennis.
really feel like we should be led by her on that.
If she's a left-handed tennis player, your dad said he can make her a professional tennis player.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I can tell from her kicks she's not going to be that good at it.
But that's just soccer.
Believe me, she's not doing that well with it. It doesn't hurt that much.
So you're
not
not
a-
like into karate.
Yeah.
She like bursts out of your
I
stomach with a flying side kick.
Yeah,
Hwah!
like the Kool-Aid man.
Just
Jeez,
Kool-Aid.
that's actually a horrific thought.
It just bursts out.
I have more actually that I want to introduce my kid to. None of it's modern.
None of it's sport. Is any of it outdoors?
No,
Oh god.
even though it's very good for her mental health to be outdoors.
What about swimming? Should we good at swimming?
We will have to put her in the pool.
I like it. Australians learn how to swim really young.
So did
I know
I. You
you're
think we
not
don't have pools
Australian.
in South Africa?
No, but Australia particularly because like
I'm a better
beach
swimmer than
safety-
you are.
beach
Don't
safety stuff.
don't Australia swim swimming
to an
to me. I've
international
lived here
audience.
for decades. I'm
I'm not even talking to you. It's not about you, Shan. International audience, like people in
America.
London,
Okay.
Britain, they
Yeah.
don't swim. In America, it depends where you're from in America before where you learn how to swim. But Australians learn how to swim particularly early
She can swim.
already.
She can swim if she
She's
wants
just swimming
to.
in your stomach.
She can leave her friends behind.
Or maybe you're kicking. Maybe it's kicking like water kicking.
She's not gonna be that good at it. I can tell.
Don't
She
put
doesn't
your
have a powerful
negativity
kick.
down on our daughter. She hasn't.
No, she's cute. She kicks a lot, but
She kicks a lot. She's practicing.
she is
Practice
right,
makes
yeah,
perfect.
that's good. That's
What
a good
about an
place to do that.
instrument?
Ooh.
It's a no from me.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. God, I mean, I played a lot of instruments growing up. You do not appreciate it when you're a child.
And I didn't appreciate it at any stage and never liked it.
I mean, it's the kind of the same thing as learning a language. Like when you're an adult, you're like, damn, I wish I spent my childhood doing this. Eliza has found a bug. Do you want to go help her with it?
No, I'm gonna leave her. She'll
She's
be
doing so well.
entertained for hours.
The
What about voice, singing? Would you as a singer and your mum, basically everyone in your family being singers, is that something you would want for your child?
if she likes to sing, she's gonna sing.
Ugh, it's annoying enough with you around.
That's so mean. It's a
I'm
lot.
just kidding.
I
by
mean,
the way.
I grew up like, always singing, always putting myself like on stage. It's a lot of pressure. I mean, I want it for her if she wants it, but it feels like a lot.
Again, I just feel guided by her own personality, right?
Yeah. I feel like the nerves I felt for myself, I feel so much more for her. But the thing is as well, like the main thing, I feel like a lot of pressure.
Maybe she'll have my confidence.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I don't want to get her, like, again, I'm happy for her to sing, but I don't want her to have my insecurities. But that's probably beyond the singing.
What about being a podcaster?
Everyone will be a podcaster by the time she's.
What
old enough to
about?
have a mic.
I'm just throwing things at you nonstop now. What about Survivor?
Yeah, she'll watch Survivor.
Watch, but will she get on a recap before me?
Probably like not on purpose. Like if I'm like having to like hold her while I podcast.
That's what I really should be on soon. People are asking for it still.
They're tweeting about it. Are you paying them for that?
No.
But anyway, my point was I feel a lot of pressure about her musical education because like musicals and music because you're no help in that.
That's the best. That's literally best case scenario for you.
Yes, that's true. I actually don't
Because
care for
I
your
can't
input.
be negative influence.
That's how I felt about the wedding too. It was like I'm doing a lot of this, but also I'm like there's one cook in the kitchen,
I
which is
did
great.
the face socks, and it was a hit.
That's true. Peter asked for his groomsmen to have face-offs, and at first I was like, no,
You said no. Yeah.
and then I realized it was a good idea.
Yeah.
That one
It
idea.
was a great idea.
What is the face-offs of music that you will contribute to our daughter's music education?
Disney songs.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there as well doing Disney.
And probably no, that's all I got really.
Music-
A couple of like individual songs.
Music, I feel. See, again, I don't want her to just like listen to the stuff on the radio. But she will. But I'll never play the radio. She won't even know that exists. Okay, great.
Yeah.
The
Like your little cousins know like all these musical songs because they don't know the radio exists.
our little cousin the other day was singing "Seasons of Love" from Rent.
Yeah, see,
He's
that's
like, it's
great.
on the radio. I'm like, I can assure you, it is not.
Yeah, see, that's
Um,
what our kid would think. It's just on the radio. But
I
it's
agree. I would love to play a
it's
lot
just
of
your
Hamilton for my child.
Spotify
Yeah, I'm gonna start. Or I've already been playing a lot of Hamilton for the child.
and rap.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think with music, like even if it's old school, like there's something about music when you're a child that it's even more than like movies and TVs. Like listen to me, I can't even talk, but my parents' musical taste growing up, like that still has such a place in my heart. And it doesn't matter that it was decades old. Like I was still watching Snow White, that's from like the 1920s, but like, you know, I'd love to do like a third generation of like Whitney Houston fan. Me and my mom to seeing Whitney Houston. You know, like I'll go obviously back to like the 60s with all of that, like Beatles and all of that stuff. Like I think that actually works. Like I think that because kids don't know any better. Like I think when you watch something, you might be like, this kind of looks old, but music kind of seems timeless. So
Yeah, that's true.
I'm hoping that I can introduce her to that. Nothing that modern, obviously Taylor Swift. It's like this is a really sad memory, but with the first pregnancy, I like had this vision. I was like driving, I was like in an Uber on the way to work then, and I was listening to my Broadway playlist, and I was listening to When You're Home from In the Heights, and such a joyous song. I could just like picture my daughter and us like singing it and like dancing around the house. And I was like, I'm so happy. This is the happiest I've ever been. Like I literally thought that, and then the next day we found out about the miscarriage. It's like and so like that's why I want a house filled with music. Sorry, but that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of musicals.
But
it's
she'll
gonna
pick
be
her
very.
own.
No, she will not. She
A
won't know about
couple-
them. She won't even know that there are other
A
artists.
couple Swedish House Mafia songs.
No, she will not. She won't. She's gonna have very, very specific music taste. It's gonna be mine, and not a moment to, not and no further than that.
No Baby Shark.
Yeah, she's not gonna. No,
She's
she's
not
not even
gonna
gonna
know it
know
exists.
Peppa Pig. I don't want bad influences on. I want people to introduce this stuff to her. And keep a regimented playlist. I also was thinking, I need to come up with my birth playlist. Now playlists are very important to me. That's on my to-do list as well.
What are you gonna have?
Probably just Hamilton.
Adele. Hello.
I have a friend
It's
who listens
me.
to this podcast. I won't name her because it's quite an intimate thing, but I know that she gave birth listening to the whole Hamilton soundtrack, and I thought, you're my kind of person. Hello, just because the baby.
Yeah. It's me. Yeah, I think that would be.
No, I think just Hamilton. Because no skips, you know. Although I hate for the baby to be born to like.
I don't think
farmer
you get to
refuted or
listen. Do you get to
something.
listen to music?
Yeah.
When you have a C-section?
I guess we haven't announced that I'm doing that on the podcast. But
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Yes. Why not?
I can tell you the amount of times I've had surgeries where I haven't been able to choose a music, and it's all of them.
This is gonna be a very different surgery. Usually, a baby doesn't like emerge from the surgery.
Yeah, that's true, and especially mine.
If you can't have music during a C-section, that would actually impact my decision.
I mean, I feel like, why would you be able to listen to music?
Because it's a joyous time.
I don't like you listen to music during like an MRI.
You do?
Yeah,
There'll be a
but
playlist
that's
on.
because like when
If
you're in the
anyone wants to
machine with
suggest
no music,
songs for my birth
the
playlist,
MRI is loud. It goes ooh ooh
Yeah.
ooh. So you get to listen to music, and some people, not naming names, choose not to listen to music and just listen to the ooh 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 sound and fall asleep.
you and our daughter are gonna have the same music education from me. I mean, you know all this stuff. You know Hamilton.
Yeah, it sounds fine. I just
You
like
love
peace
Hamilton.
and quiet sometimes.
Well, there ain't gonna be any of that. It's gonna be a musical home all the time, and our daughter will look back.
I like
on
background noise, but I don't
Yes,
necessarily
my
need
God,
it
you
to be
love-
music.
you love background noise.
I
But
need. I like the words.
the
It can be a podcast.
no,
Why don't you just listen to your podcast on repeat?
no.
You've probably got like 10 years worth of hours lined up, and we just play your voice nonstop.
Why do that when I can talk to her with my own voice?
We can even, I don't know, if we can extend it. We'll put it at like 0.8 speed.
I want my daughter to grow up listening to music, and I want her to look back on that music the same way I look back on my childhood of music. Like loving these old songs. You know, I think that's gonna be so good.
Yeah,
I'm really
great.
excited about that. And obviously Disney. Another thing which I didn't mention, which I thought about, is Harry Potter.
Oh,
Yeah, gonna
that's
take.
a tough one.
Is it?
Yeah,
How so?
because like, well, I guess the TV show's coming out. TV show might be okay.
No, what do you mean? We're gonna read her Harry Potter.
Oh, read a book. I just went straight to movies. Oh my god, a book! I didn't even think that was as an option.
Yeah, I mean the movies are good too, and the movies kind of separate.
I mean, we just watched the
political
movies.
climate for me, which is good.
But then there's also the TV show and the book. We're gonna have options.
I'm gonna read her the book, and then she can watch the movie. She can have the exact same childhood I did. I have no new
You're
ideas.
gonna read her the
it's
book.
gonna be 2002 all the time.
Those audiobooks exist now. You don't need to do the reading
That's
part.
the saddest thing I've ever heard. So I'm gonna just play her audio book.
And just
Good night,
listen with her.
sweetie.
No, you just listen.
I wish to read her my books. I've got my old Harry Potter books that my grandparents used to buy me and inscribe, and they didn't know what was going on. They just knew I loved Harry Potter. They didn't understand the obsession. And like I think if I'd said to them like, what is the name of the book, they would be like, I'm like, it's on the front cover. But they knew I loved it. So they got me all the Harry Potter books, and I want to read those exact copies to her. Oh my god. See, now I'm stressed about how much we have to show her.
That's a lot. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even think about.
I mean, I got through it all. That's my exact childhood. I have nothing new. I love everything I chose as a child or was given to me.
I guess you did have a lot more screen time, so you had more time for this.
I don't mean to be shaming my parents. I was also raised by great parents. I just think that screen time is also important. It forms personality.
You had time to do the music, the books, and the television.
What were you doing?
Well, I had to cut one of those because I was outside. So I mostly played outside. I had a lot of outdoor activities all the time. And then I had netball. A lot of book reading because I loved reading books as a kid. And I didn't watch that much television or listen to that much music. There's a lot of activities.
And I think we're going to go with what I said.
I think it'll be more of a balance. We're going to have to cut one of them.
Cut what?
It'll probably be everything I said, but we'll compromise.
No, we'll cut what you
probably
said.
Less screen time.
No. For what? So no Disney?
No, more books and songs.
Yeah, a lot of songs.
More
music
books,
all the time.
Music and
all the time.
And reading.
We turn off the music when we're showing her important TV.
And outdoor activities.
No passive consumption. That's the thing. She can tackle it all if she's not mindlessly consuming bad things. Now, everything's got to have a good Rotten Tomato score, obviously. That's why she can't watch the Wiggles. There's no time for Wiggles.
There is no time for
There's
Wiggles.
no time for the Wiggles. And it's fine.
Wiggles are out.
I think if we lay out like a really good plan with ages and
it's like a list of this is the media she has to consume by age 3.
Yep.
It's kind of like school.
Yeah, and like
some would say preschool.
I think as well, if we like never leave her alone with her own thoughts, then I think we can get it all done.
This is why you've got a voice in your head.
Why?
Because you can go like outdoors.
Stop it. That's not the running theme of this podcast. There's so much I want to show my kid. I'll be so upset if she doesn't like any of this. It's all so good. Tried and tested through decades of my life. If I come prepared with anything, it is not the mental stability to be a parent, but it is like the media passion.
I think there's at least 50% chance she's going to be a left-handed tennis player.
Okay, but if she's on the court, like she needs to like
listening
to an audiobook, like a Harry Potter audiobook.
She can be multitasking these things.
She's gonna have to be. She's going to have to be. I'm just like, what if she will love Hamilton? She's gonna grow up, and the first thing she's gonna know is Eliza and Angelica. That's why we named the cats that.
Yeah, that's true.
She'll
I also want to introduce her
to
the concept of maths.
No, Peter.
What? I did maths for fun. You know how many books I did?
You hate her so much.
Do you know how many books I did in my own time that was non-school time that was just maths books? Because I got a sticker when I got things right. And boy, did I have a lot of stickers.
It's a wonder anyone chose you. I genuinely I know we assume you'll be the favorite parent, but if you're looking at it, I think it's gonna be me. Like I'm gonna be like, "Come, sweetie, you don't have to go outside."
You're gonna be
if you
like,
don't
"Have
want
some
to.
chocolate and
have some chocolate. Sit down and watch this Disney movie. When you're done, we're gonna read Harry Potter.
Your vegetables and your fruit, and go outside and do some exercise."
Yeah, you suck. Like I would 100% prefer me. Another thing that I've been thinking about, and then like this question was so good, Felipe. We didn't answer what you said
Yeah,
at
we've
all,
done
but
like we've made fun of the 4 things each, and we've probably done about 17 things.
I have a
each.
million things. I have been like logging the songs I want to sing as lullabies to my
What?
child for like
Since
years. I think that
You've
would
got
be
you've logged it like it's
in my head.
recorded. Oh, but which which voice are you singing with?
I have a ton of songs I want to sing to my child.
As a lullaby.
Yeah.
Can you write it down so I can see
I've
the
got it.
list?
I'm gonna do If I Never Knew You from Pocahontas.
Wait, we're doing the list right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the opening song from Josie and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Obviously, Lullaby by the Dixie Chicks. Like, I've got like a list of what I think will be great.
What about Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
No. See? Passive consumption. That's nothing. That's nothing. But If I Never Knew You from Pocahontas, that song always makes me cry. That's a beautiful song to sing
Why
to your
wouldn't
child.
do a song that's going to make you cry
That's what I
before
want to sing
bed?
to my child.
every
Are
night?
you joking? I mean, the baby will probably be crying anyway.
That's
But
true.
that's not passive consumption. That's like how at last I'd find in you the missing part of me. Like, that's lyrics that a baby can really hold on to. So, okay, great.
Yeah.
I think this really unlocked a lot that I've clearly been thinking about it. I think about it all the time.
There's not enough time to introduce a kid to all of these things.
There is. There's a whole lifetime.
This is not enough time.
There is. A lot of your stuff's going to be cut. This was going to be a short podcast. In the end, it wasn't.
All right. Well, there has to be time for some outdoor activities. There's great things out there. There's dinosaur bones. There's rocks.
Oh, we'll go to Disneyland eventually.
Okay, that's ages away unless they open up one in Australia.
We'll do a Disney cruise.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a
It's
Disney
very
cruise.
likely.
And we'll take our parents so that we can also just like go enjoy ourselves.
I think my mum will enjoy a Disney cruise, just like for
Disney
her
cruise
own
is the
Disney
best.
enjoyment.
We went on one earlier this year. I want my child. I want my child to share none of my personality, but all of my interests. Also,
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
I like your personality.
One day my child will listen back to this and just be like, "You had so many expectations on me." Thank you, by the way, my husband. I hope my child never listens to this podcast. She doesn't have time.
Yeah, this is not on the approved list.
And I insulted her so many times, and I told her that she would be bad at swimming.
She's probably going to be listening to this while warming up for the Olympic swim team.
That would be shocking. That would be really surprising.
Why not? Because she'll be too busy playing tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forced into a musical instrument. Just
No, I
overwhelmed.
don't think either of us are forcing into a musical instrument.
Yeah, it would be nice. She would.
No,
she's
it
not going to
wouldn't.
appreciate it at the time. She would.
It wouldn't
She
be
would.
nice.
She will look back and wish she had. But I'm aware of that for her. She's me. That's my way. She's literally just living my life. I don't know another way to do it. It's so concerning. Anyway, we done?
Unless I don't know how many more questions you have prepared.
No, I just wanted to talk about that.
Okay, so
Thank God, we
you've
talked about it
got
for 30
more
minutes,
questions
I
for the
think.
next.
Yeah, we have. I'm going to
Week.
put out a question thread at a point. But thank you. Please keep sending your questions. We enjoy them all, and we're going to get to them.
Shan has read all of them. I've read most of them.
The issue is because the questions are so good, so they're like a whole topic. It's not just like a small thing to put in like a Q&A. So we're going to get to
Also,
it.
we
Thank
like
you
to
so
talk,
much.
so
Yes,
we
I don't
make
know
the
if
questions
you-
long. I think Felipe probably thought that was just going to be a 4
Yeah.
minute, 4
Anyone
minutes
else
each,
would be like Harry Potter, Moana, like
and it shaped the entire podcast.
the Moana live action movie is coming out on your birthday next year.
It's fate.
Yeah, it looks so bad.
That's not true at all.
We don't see any of the live action Disney movies, and we're like clearly Disney adults. Well, we're actually not Disney adults. This is for a different podcast.
I was going to say that's the difference between saying I'm a Survivor super fan when you're not a Survivor.
We
super
love
fan.
Disney, and then we went on the Disney cruise and did terrible at the trivia
Hmm.
compared to some of the other real Disney adults who realized we're actually not.
We're hardcore super fan. We're hardcore casuals,
Yeah, I mean,
but we're not super fans.
I've invested a lot of money into Disney, but yes. I don't do the live actions, and Moana, it just kind of looks like a play-by-play of like the movie we all watched.
The
last
great
9 years.
movie that
Yeah.
we enjoyed.
Yeah, we can watch it anytime. It's available to us on Disney Plus for our daughter.
I think it'll be great.
In between all the other stuff.
Let's just see how it goes.
And also, we'll have a 4-month-old. So I don't know that you can go just to a movie.
Well, I can go.
So
you might not be able to.
You want to spend your birthday alone and on a live action
By
movie.
that stage, I might want some space. That'd be great.
You want to leave your wife and child for your first birthday as a father to go to Moana live action and sit and watch it alone with the kids that you don't know.
I might be able to get to the premiere if I go to Melbourne.
Yeah, with Eden. Call him now. Okay, great. You're going to leave and go to Melbourne on a 15-hour flight
Yeah.
to go to the Moana live action without your child, who we know will be a Moana fan. Positive consumption.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy parenting move.
We can talk about it later.
Yo, you're not doing that. All right, wrap the podcast.
All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you all
Wait,
for
Gussin
listening.
Around podcast, YouTube. If this was your first one of this, hope you
God.
enjoyed it. Go back, yeah, and Spotify, Apple. Most people listening on Apple, so that's what we looked into.
Yeah, like a lot. But please
and-
continue to subscribe to the YouTube Gussin Around podcast.
Yeah, subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. Tell them. And email us.
And
with
we really
questions.
appreciate all the listeners. Thank you, especially all the people we bump into who will be like, I'm listening. I've never even told us at all that they were listening, and it's really
Yeah,
nice.
tell us.
Yeah, everyone who listens, please tell us. It's really nice.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye.
This is the end of the podcast. Goodbye, Mother Gusses. Bye.
Gussin' around your friendly neighborhood Gusses are gussin' around your favorite neighborhood Gusses. Where are they found? In the studio making a podcast for you. Find out what we did this week. Was it fun or was it kinda bleak? You won't know unless you listen to the podcast. Find out what we talking about. Is it good or is it kinda not?